Hi, I'm Braden, the one behind BKreative, and if you've been watching me for a while, the DIY to short film to video essay pipeline is probably a little jarring, so I apologize. But today I just want to share a story from my story, specifically with one film. If you know me personally, you know the absolute chokehold this film has had on me since its very first 2020 DC fandom teaser, because growing up, I've absolutely adored superheroes. Hell, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was around 40% of my childhood, seeing a down-on-his-luck guy who's nerdy, struggling to make ends meet, and desperately trying to be with the woman he loves choose to sacrifice everything just to make the lives of others a little bit better is so innately inspiring. And speaking of our favorite webhead, Andrew Garfield's Spidey was the one that I truly saw myself in, because he's not nerdy, he's awkward, he keeps his head down, he tries to be kind when others aren't, and most importantly for me at the time, he's skinny. And that is not to put my boy Garfield down in any way, because I've always grown up as the skinny kid who's been made fun of ad nauseum and tried to put on weight and muscle, and finally I was able to see myself in a hero among all the Henry Cavills, Chris Evans, and Ben Afflecks. I could admire those heroes from afar, but I could truly see myself in Spider-Man. But even then, I'll never get bit by a radioactive spider, so I could only relate so much to him. And then Robert Pattinson was cast as Bruce Wayne. The guy from Twilight, Cedric Diggory, and the wax sailor himself, Robert Pattinson, was now going to be the Caped Crusader, and he was ripped to shreds by the general public because he was too skinny and could never believably be Batman. Oh, it was brutal, but not for me, because now, however surface level it may be, I had a glimmer of hope that I could finally see myself in Batman in the same way I was able to see myself in Spider-Man once Andrew got the role. And then the movie came out. Oh my god, did the movie come out, and it came out with a bang. That first thug is every online hater getting absolutely mollywopped by Pattinson as he screamed onto the scene as the most broken and angry manifestation of vengeance we've seen yet. The tone, mood, and visuals all immerse you into his dark, focused, and claustrophobic world as his own reality is shattered around him. I could gush and gush about this film, but the reason I'm here today telling you all of this is because I finally saw myself in the Batman. His slim yet muscular stature, his reserved nature, his obsession, and even jealousy. I mean, none of them are particularly beaming qualities, but they are ones that I share with him. This Batman and this movie allowed me to relate to the character in a way I had always wanted to. I adored him from afar, but now, for some reason, being more like him seemed plausible. It seemed tangible if only I had the dedication. And so, I did what any normal college freshman would do. I essentially abandoned my social life, commissioned a $300 urethane cowl from an artist on Instagram, poured a couple $100 into an army shirt, snow pants, boots, gloves, a belt, fabric, foam, glue, paint, more glue, Velcro, more foam, and a little eye makeup, and after dozens and dozens of hours, I made myself into the Batman. Every detail was accounted for, everything nobody would even notice but me was there, and with this new treasured possession, I decided to go out, to gauge people's reactions to what I had devoted a semester of my life to see what they thought, to see if anyone cared, and I was terrified. But everyone loved it. People dropped whatever they were doing to look at me. They came up asking for pictures. They yelled out, "Vengeance!" and "Batman!" from across the street, but most importantly to me, they smiled. My passion, my obsession had become a tool to inspire hope. My choices and desire to do this made people's day just a little bit better. And just as the Batman saw Bruce shift from a symbol of vengeance to one of hope, I had experienced an adjacent development. It was unplanned, uncalled for, and yet, here it was. So I did it again, and again, and again, and the response only grew. This is why I wanted to share this story, because this film, this piece of art moved me so greatly that it inspired me to do something. And that something has exclusively had a positive influence on others to the point where even now people are dressing up as Batman because of me to make others happy, including themselves. And now we're at a point where this skinny wallflower from Illinois, through inspiration and dedication, has become something a little bit more. Now I, Braden, see myself as a hero.